A great way to keep track of items in your list is to use something called versioning. Now, versioning has to be enabled, and in the next lesson, we're going to be looking at managing lists, which includes turning the versioning capabilities on. And I've done that already, so I want you to see what it looks like here in our current list. I've made some alterations to the list. I've moved some columns around in the All Items view. And what I'm going to do now is just move up to the lynda.com item here and click the drop down. And I want you to see there's a new item on this menu, which is the version history. So the version history will show up on this drop down when it's enabled. I'll be showing you how to enable that in the next lesson. But for now, let's go to another one like Acme here. And right now you can see HDMI cabling was the order item. I'm going to click the drop down and just edit this. And I want to be a little bit more descriptive here with HDMI cabling. I'm going to type in 100 feet of HDMI cabling. And when I click OK, because I made a change to that item, it still shows up once on my list. But when I go to the drop down and check out the actual version history, I'm going to see some additional information here. There we go. You can see it's version 2 that I'm looking at, which is the 100 feet of HDMI cabling. It was modified by David Rivers, that's me. And there's the original version 1 of it down below. Now, of course, if I wanted to delete all versions, I could do that. Or I could go to any one of these. You notice that as I hover over the date link that I get a drop down. So if I wanted to restore this one or view it or even delete it, I could. I don't need that old version. I'm going to delete it. Are you sure you want to send this to the recycle bin? Good to know it's there if I need to restore it. But yes, I do. And you can see now that I've got all of those items showing up. It's still version 2. The original version was edited, but when I go back up to my breadcrumb line, I'm going to click on customer up here and see that Acme is still there. It still says 100 feet of cabling, but now when I go to the drop down and click version history, I still have that one item in my history. So versioning, a very cool feature to help you keep track of who's making changes and when they're making changes to items in your list. In the next lesson, we're going to look at how you can manage your lists, including how do you turn that versioning on.